Hi everybody, welcome to Battlefield 2042. I am so happy to be making videos about a Battlefield game again. Now this is a complete beginner's guide to specialists and classes and weapon loadouts in Battlefield 2042. So this is aimed at people, a bit like me actually, who you've just picked up the game, probably with the Season 2 updates, and you're a bit confused about who all these specialists are and how that relates to the traditional classes we've got within Battlefield. No, normally you'd have Assault, Medic, Support and Recon or Sniper, wouldn't you? So let's dive in and have a look at the collection section. So we go on here and you'll see at the bottom of the screen we've got all these specialists. Now each of the specialists have a special bit of kit that they can use, and then also kind of like almost like a special ability that they've got as well, and it varies from each one. And although they're grouped into like Assault and Support and Recon and Medic, at the moment in 2042 that does not tie them to a particular weapons loadout. Now this is meant to be changing in Season 2, so we'll have to see how that happens. We're going to be going back to a more traditional system where if you are an Assault player you can only use like assault rifles and maybe the paddles, you know, to revive people. And if you are a sniper class, you can only use the sniper weapon, you know, that sort of thing. But at the moment you're not. So if, for example, we start off with Sundance. So Sundance is classed as an assault player. Her special piece of kit is the scatter grenade, and if you right click you can have a look and you can see there, you can see it in action, which is pretty cool, give an idea of what it does. And her kind of a special ability is the wingsuit. So instead of having a parachute, when she jumps out of a helicopter or jumps off a high ledge, she puts her arms out and she has this wingsuit she flies around the map with. Really, really cool. But she's not tied to particular weapons, because if we go to the loadout tab up here, we can see that we can have these different loadouts: Assault type, Medic type, Engineer and Sniper type. And at the moment any specialist can equip any type of loadout, which is pretty cool when you're starting off. Not so good if you really want a nice balanced team play Battlefield, but you know, it's pretty good. So this is the Assault type loadout. And then if we click on the primary weapon, we can actually change the Assault type loadout to be any weapon we want at all, and this includes the primary weapon, the secondary, the grenade and the rocket launcher. So it means you can really mix and match all of the specialists with the type of gameplay that you want to do. So let's say we really like Sundance because she can move around the map very, very quickly if there's high ledges that she can jump off. Well, we can give her an SMG and she can carry a rocket launcher. That sort of thing we can do. So it's very interesting. What it doesn't help with is it means that lots of people tend to have the same weapons and are using the meta, where really in Battlefield sometimes it can be better where you have different classes doing different things. So when you are a support player, you're the guy with the ammo, so you've got to be throwing it down. When you're the medic guy, you're the guy who's reviving people and throwing them first aid. So it's debatable, but they are moving towards that. So let's have a look at some of the other characters. So we've got Dozer. So Dozer again is an assault guy. Now he has a ballistic shield that you can pull out and he can charge. Very good. And his kind of special ability, he has lots of blast resistance, so he'll be good for sort of taking points when people are throwing in grenades and stuff. We've got Irish. Now he's an engineer. So he has some fortification system stuff, which you can see here. So he puts down like a barrier. And his special ability, he has additional armour and he recovers more armour, so he can take more damage. Then we've got Boris, who's an engineer. He can put down a sentry gun, as you can see here, which is automated. And his special ability is the fact that when he's near sentry guns, they're more effective. We've got Liz, who's something from the Season 1. We've got Casper, who is classed as a sniper, and he has the recon drone that you can put up and you can fly around. And his special ability, he has a sensor suite that will alert him to nearby threats. But let me just stress again that although Casper is a recon soldier, we can give him the assault loadout, so you could have Casper with the recon drone with an assault rifle running around the map like that. Then we've got Rao, who is again a recon or a sniper guy. He's got the cyberware suit, so he can disable enemy hardware. You see him using it here. Zzz. There we go, kind of hacks it. And then his special ability is acquisition. So those who you damage, you become spotted. That's quite a common thing in Battlefield, isn't it? For snipers. So when you hit them, they become tagged. Then we've got Paik, who's available at level 25. She's a recon. So she has the EMGX scanner, which highlights hostiles concealed behind cover. Very, very useful. It's a wall hack, basically. And her special ability is she's eagle-eyed. So those you damage become spotted for yourself and the team. Falk, who is she's a support player. Supply, maintain and revive. So she has the Siret pistol, which heals at range. Now I thought this revived people when I was playing the beta, but it doesn't. So you just fire that at people who are damaged and they'll get more health back. And if she revives anybody, she'll revive them back to full health. I mean, there is an argument that I think they should go back to the Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 1 systems, where the only people who can revive downed allies are the medics, not like when they changed Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 1. When Battlefield 5 came along and you could revive anybody who was in your squad, I thought that was it took away. But hey ho, that's the way it is. Angel is support, so he can supply, maintain and revive. He has the traditional loadout crate, which is quite good. Resupplies ammo, and you can call in a loadout. And he's a trauma specialist, so he can revive any ally, and the patients will gain ammunition. And then we've got the new character who just come out, Crawford, who's a support guy, and he has the mounted minigun, which you can put down and then use yourself, which is nice and powerful, but it's very easy for you to get killed. And cash point, so he will replenish open gadget ammo for friends that you revive. So again, when you revive people. So as you can see, they've all got their special things. So we've got supports, we've got recon, engineers, and assault. It's funny how they changed the names, isn't it? See, for me, they're kind of including like ammo supports in with the medic supports, aren't they? Yes, they are. So that's the specialist. So you can play around with these. You don't have to stick to one. And remember, with any of these characters at the moment, any of these specialists, you can use any loadout. So let's have a look at loadouts now. So we've got our 4 main loadouts here: assault type, medic type, engineer type, and sniper type. As you can see at the moment, I'm doing exactly what you could argue is wrong with Battlefield 2042, in the fact that basically all my loadouts in terms of the secondaries and the launchers, they're all the same. It's the launcher, and they've got the little pistol thing. But what we can do is we can go into the assault type, we can click on primary weapon, and we could change it to any other gun we wanted to at the moment. Shotgun, LMG, sniper rifle, all that sort of stuff. Very, very easy to do, and quite interesting, the fact that we can do that. We could go to the sniper, and then we could say, actually, I don't want my sniper to have a sniper rifle. I want him to have a DMR, a marksman rifle, which you kind of expect, but maybe we'll give an LMG or even an SMG. So it's all easy to do, and easily swappable. But this could well be changing as we go along. Now, the other thing I wanted to look at was customizing weapons as well. So the different weapons, as you unlock them and you unlock the different bits on them, you can customize them. So you've got a hardware appearance, so you get skins basically, and then you have attachments. What we can do here is we can move the order of things around if we wanted to, and then we can change them. Now for me, I don't know if this is a bug or not, but what I'm getting is that it doesn't remember this in game, but I could be wrong. But you'll have to play around with it. But basically, when you're in game on controller, you press LB or the top left shoulder button, and it brings up this wheel, and then you can just change your attachments as you go along. So there you go. So that gives you an idea about specialists and weapon loadouts, and we've looked at the weapons. Then we've got gear. As you unlock different gear, you can come and have a look at them here, see what they're available to, and then you would go back to your loadouts to equip them. You've got your different gadgets that you can use, armor plates, C5 explosives, all this sort of stuff. Again, you can equip it there, and you can say, well, okay, which loadout do you want to equip it to? Vehicles. As you use the vehicles, they'll unlock different abilities. So for example, with the tank, you'll unlock the MPAT shell, the heat shell, a coax heavy machine gun, and you can change the tanks or the helicopters or the planes to be whatever you want to be. I think the drones, we're just stuck with the one drone at the moment. There's only one. So hopefully this has been useful, a useful beginner's guide. I mean, if you were to ask me what should you play around with to start off with, I would definitely say have a play around with Sundance. You may be, like I was, completely against the idea of having a wingsuit in Battlefield, which is actually really fun to play around with. In the same way that I would argue have a go with the grappling hook as well. Again, you may say grappling hooks have no place in Battlefield, but it is quite fun and it does make fun gameplay. Have a go with Casper with his suit. And I quite like Crawford with his gun at the moment as well. But you can do that because remember, in Battlefield 2042 at the moment, none of the specialists are tied to a particular weapon loadout. Anything can go with anything, so you can really play around and find the loadout that's good for you. Alright, so hopefully you found that video useful. If you have, hit like. If you want to see more, press subscribe, and I will of course see you again soon.